Do you think people can hear us? Do you see the red dot? Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, but I wonder if somebody else can. Oh, well.
Welcome to the Live with Brent and Mike show.
Well, there you have it. Maybe now your audio will come in and I can hear you.
Yeah, it told me you're in the green room. The host and the audience cannot hear you. And I was like, all right, well, this is awesome. I'll just hang out here and listen to the
It's
music.
nice that it told you, though, because I'm like, it tells me nothing. I don't,
I could hear you saying, hey, we don't know how this is going. And then I could hear the music go. And I was like, oh, that's, again, awesome.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm at least glad you heard today's intro song. I thought it was a little bit more mellow. You know,
Yeah,
we could
so
we could vibe away from the metal intro for a little bit.
So basically what Brent knows now is that if he ever wants to shut me up, he just sticks me in the green room.
I do have a mute button.
There you go.
This is a good morning. How was your day, the rest of your day yesterday?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Are you getting hit with that rain? Are you getting hit with the rain this morning?
I have no idea. Is it raining out here?
It's raining out here.
Yeah. Is that like an April Fool's joke that it rains in the desert?
Oh, come on. Don't spoil the fun.
Yeah. According to my weather app, it is, I'm expected to get wind gusts up to 17 miles an hour today.
Oh, is that all you get?
But no rain yet.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we got any last night either.
Well, we got some. It wasn't very much. I think it just sort of sprinkled. But hey, you know what? The desert needs as much wet as it can get.
This is true. You know what? Cough drops and coffee do not mix.
Ooh, yeah, no.
Especially these ones. Brought to you by On Guard.
You don't like a little menthol in your in your coffee every morning?
Like,
what's your problem, Mike?
Horrible. Like it's like this is one of those things you do to yourself when you need to repent and punish yourself or something. Like you just okay, here you go. You do 5 Hail Marys, a couple Our Fathers, and some cough drops with coffee.
It is Holy Week, Mike. So maybe it's your penance.
I should not be. You're right. That I should not be. I should not be I should not be joking.
Remember that rain? Sometimes there's this thing called lightning that accompanies it. So
it might get me.
I'm just saying, when you're out there holding those metal sticks in the air, you might want to
lightning rods.
You might want to rethink it.
Good walk spoiled. Oh, there you go. How was it spoiled today? Oh, that's how. That's awesome. All right. I'm going to throw on the LinkedIn side of things and monitor things over there. What would be really cool, LinkedIn, if you're listening, LinkedIn, if you are listening, it would be really cool if I could engage in the comments, but not actually have the video streaming on that side. So anyhow, there you go.
Not have the video stream. Oh yeah. That would be great. Well, you can
video streaming. So I see us. It's like when Marty McFly got back to the to the mall and he saw everything playing out that had happened before. It was so I could see us playing out 30 seconds ago over here on the left.
30 seconds. Side. It's nothing but a big time warp. You can at least in YouTube you can pop out the chat and make it its own window. I don't know if the LinkedIn will let you pop out the comment section or not.
It won't. I thought I'd test with a little bit. It's April Fool's, right? So for April 1st, I thought I'd test with a little bit of color over here, and I am not. It's not doing
I'm
it
not
for me.
seeing it.
You don't see the red?
Oh, is that red? Well, I'm mildly colorblind, so to me it just looks like a
Are you
faded out
mildly
white.
colorblind?
It looks
So
faded
it'd be
out
mean
white.
if I just it'd be mean if I turned it green.
Try it.
Well, if you're mildly colorblind, you might not know the difference between red and green, right? Isn't that the colorblind thing?
Yeah, there's different kinds of colorblind, and I have like the kind that's like shades. Like
So
the
what's
one
that
that
mean?
gets me, like bright greens and bright yellows have a tendency at some point to look exactly the same to me. I can't distinguish the two when they're right next to each other. Yes. Same with like purples and blues. Similar brightness and shades end up looking the same.
So did you notice that color change?
Yes, I did notice that. That's a legit change right there. That one. Yep, I noticed that one. That one looks like your white balance is just off.
Yeah, way too much.
The red's good. And now I can see.
No, the
After
red-
seeing all the other colors, I can see that's more pronounced. Yeah.
This is more pronounced.
Yeah. You can't get a brick wall.
Well, I'm sure I could get. In this day, you can do anything.
You can do anything.
And you
Sky's
can
the
be
limit.
anything. Yeah,
Sky's the
imagination.
limit.
Hey, Craig, how you doing? Good to see you. All right. For whatever reason, yeah, this is great. So now I'm hearing that white balance is just off. So that's what our delay is on LinkedIn. Like the really weird thing is looking over to the left by mistake and then seeing me doing things that I'm not doing. It's
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not sure if you pause the video. I'm not sure if the comments still keep running, because maybe you could do that. I don't know. Yeah. Well, do you have your script?
I had it. And now I have it again. There we go.
I went with fast. I went with Gemini fast today because I didn't like yesterday's pro.
Ooh.
Pro thinks too hard. And I have noticed too that it's starting to interpret my gem differently, because I'm still using the same prompts for stuff that I do after the script has been generated.
Yeah.
And it's interpreting it differently and doing different things. It's interesting. You can see if you scroll all the way down, but don't do that yet. We can talk about it later.
No, I want to experience this script live with everybody else.
Then let's do it.
Which is typically how I do it anyway. But have you noticed that Chrome allows you to put tabs within tabs now? So you can like split.
Oh
your
yeah,
browser
split screen
window.
tabs. Yeah.
And yeah, that's just what I need, is another place to be able to stick more tabs. But it might actually work out pretty well with this whole thing. So
Yeah.
because then I can now have instead what I end up doing is I just do overlaying windows so that I keep my eye contact relatively close to where I want it.
Right.
But anyway,
Yeah,
enough about
who
me
knows?
and my production.
Let's just kick this thing off. Let's see if I can hit all my new buttons right. Here we go.
It's time for today's headlines.
Sorry, I didn't get logged in on the show today. Good morning, L&D. It is April 1st, 2026, and if you thought today was just for pranks, think again. The industry is moving faster than a SME trying to dodge a content review. I'm Brent.
Is it SME or SME?
I don't know. I like calling it SME.
Beware the SMEs. And I'm Mike. And we've got a show today that is tastier than a stolen chocolate bar and more complex than haptic feedback compliance simulation. Let's dive into the headlines. That was a good one.
Today's breaking news.
Our breaking news story this morning, and honestly, the only thing the internet is talking about is the great chocolate heist. 12 tons of Nestle KitKat bars have been stolen in Europe. 12 tons.
That's a lot of taking a break, Brent.
It's a logistics nightmare, Mike. But why does this matter to the L&D community? Well, simple. This is the ultimate case study in unplanned micro-learning. Think about it. The thieves had to coordinate a high-stakes, real-world simulation of supply chain vulnerability. We are currently developing a 4-part series titled Logistics or Larceny, a masterclass in rapid distribution.
And if your employees aren't getting their sugar fix, their cognitive load capacity drops by 40%. It's science, people. Eat the chocolate, learn the things.
That does seem to be the way it goes.
Eat the chocolate, learn the things.
It's time for technology and innovation.
Moving to tech and innovation, Udemy has just previewed its new agentic AI solution, Atlas. This is
Altus.
Altus, excuse me. Atlas, Altus, excuse me. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate it. Again, it just really makes me feel even more comfortable reading scripts that I never do. Just as a reminder, if you're new to the show, Craig,
This is a
one
cold
of our
read,
favorite
people.
fans, has suggested that I script stuff for about as long as I've known him. And other people in my life have suggested that I script things. I don't script things. And with this, I've been forced to read a script. So this isn't just another chatbot that tells you how to use Excel. Altus is designed to diagnose skills gaps and build workforce capability autonomously.
So it's basically a digital CLO that doesn't ask for a raise or complain about the coffee.
Exactly. For the L&D professional, this is huge because we are moving from content curation to ecosystem orchestration. Just wait till the architects hear that. If the AI is diagnosing the gaps and your job, or if the AI is diagnosing the gaps, your job shifts from finding the problem to solving the human side of the transformation.
Ooh.
And now for our human and culture segment.
Speaking of humans, Deloitte's 2026 Global Human Capital Trends Report is out. It's sounding the alarm on cultural debt. As we cram AI into every workflow, we're ignoring how it affects human-to-human behavior.
Cultural debt, is that like technical debt, but more crying in the break room?
Pretty much. Organizations are seeing a decline in trust and cohesion because coworkers don't know what effort or fairness looks like in an AI-driven world. L&D professionals, your new KPI isn't completion rates, it's trust maintenance. If you don't teach your people how to work with AI without losing their souls, your ROI is going to be zero.
And now, a random industry with an L&D problem.
This is Mike's favorite.
Solving the L&D problem.
It's my favorite. Like, I expect there to be like a parade where that one is going on. Like, there's just all kinds of stuff. Industry Spotlight Finance. If you thought compliance training was just clicking next on a PowerPoint, think again. BVS reports that in 2026, banking compliance is going full Ready Player One. I wonder if they'll do the 4D version of that. We're talking photorealistic VR customer simulations and haptic feedback for document verification.
Wait, haptic feedback? So if you try to sign a fraudulent document, does the headset slap me? Actually, no, it punches me in the ribs.
One can only hope, Brent. But seriously, for L&D in high stakes industries, this is the end of tick the box training. and we've been talking about that for a while. We are now building muscle memory for integrity. If you're in pharma or construction, take note. This tech is coming for your safety training next.
And now for the news in authoring tools.
Finally, in the world of authoring tools and platforms, the M&A market is heating up. Specifically in the Midwest, established companies are ditching internal development and just buying up tech startups to modernize their operations.
The takeaway for us, the tool you use today might be owned by a giant conglomerate by Tuesday. Acquirers are looking for workforce stability and training programs as key value drivers. Your L&D department isn't just a cost center anymore. It's a seller's asset.
A seller's asset. Boy, we've got a lot to talk about.
Yes,
but
we do.
That's the show. We're off to find those 12 tons of KitKats. We suspect the instructional designers did it. They're the only ones who need that much energy to finish a storyboard.
Stay hungry, stay learning, and for the love of God, don't let your AI develop culture debt. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. We love you. We really love you. Stick around. Let's talk about the day's news.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Hey. You changed the morning briefing thing because I went from afro to beard.
Well, I thought I'd try to keep it light.
Like we got multiple morning briefing. This is a first. We have seen two different thumbnails covering the same information in the same episode.
All I did was ask it to give it a 70s jazzy disco vibe. It worked.
It works, man. Like I'm sure that Craig is all over that one, but Craig is really into this whole. Hey, and so, actually, something kind of weird.
Let's see if I can find it. No, I didn't put it into the.
So what's funny is, and I don't know if this might be an issue on your side, Brent, but the chat that's showing up right now.
Oh yeah,
is yesterday's chat.
Well, that's weird, huh?
Yeah. Because I was looking down there and I thought, oh, that seems like more people are chatting, but we're not seeing it in the comments. And if you'd like to join us in the chat, head to Live with Brent and Mike on YouTube. That's our YouTube channel. And that is where you'll see those live chat things. That's yesterday's live chat that was up there just a little bit ago. But this is where you'll see the live chat happening in real time. If you want to join the conversation and be part of this throughout the week and actually see some of the stuff, the good, the cool, the good, the bad, and the ugly on what we're all messing around with in the world of emerging and enablement technology. AI seems to be the flavor of at least the year. If you want to join us, hit us up at livewithbrentandmike.com and we will get you into the Slack channel. The only thing scripted about this whole thing is that 15-minute segment. And that one went probably about 12 minutes. And I still tried to ad-lib jokes in there. And at some point in time, the AI is going to come back and get me. I really like, though, that it incorporated the joke that I made a couple of, whether it was last week or earlier this week, it's all just a blur, but that tie-in between culture debt and, and technical debt, and everybody talks about all of these different debts that we have in here. And
we got a lot of debt.
We got a lot of debt. That's just another way to exert control. So anyhow, I'm Mike.
Well, let's go back to the first story and start there. So
here, this
the great KitKat heist.
I completely missed this. I thought this was going to be a joke. I thought this was going to be like an April Fool's version of a joke where Gemini was throwing shade at Claude and all the code that was leaked. Do you know all the detail? Have you read any of this stuff?
Oh yeah, Anthropic and all that. Yeah.
So I thought Gemini was just throwing shade at Claude with the KitKat heist. Is the KitKat heist real? Like, did this thing really happen?
Yeah, apparently it's legit.
Huh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's the fun part about that I fixed in this. Well, didn't fix, but I updated in the script. I originally had it to be just L&D type news and a bunch of other topics. But then I thought, the very first, there's some really good, like, generic stories that do apply to what we do. That'll be at least the type of thing that would be interesting for folks to talk about on the water cooler. So we should give them a heads up. So fun stories like this, at least when Gemini finds a good one. It's fun that it adds it in.
12 tons. Like, what would you do with 12 tons of KitKats? Tic-Tacs. Can you imagine?
Well, I'd start eating them most likely. I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, but then I could see myself getting sick of them very quickly. So
I did like that the AI found the little sense of humor around, give me a break. Break me up a piece.
Yeah.
Like, you incorporated that in there.
I know, right? I was thinking that too. I had the whole song running through my head. Give me a break. Give me a break. And they don't even do that anymore, do they? That's not even part of their shtick.
They don't. The one I really liked from way back when was, your chocolate is in my peanut butter.
That was Reese's, though.
I know. I get it. But still.
Yeah, it's a classic. Have you seen the Star Wars version of What's Up?
No, I have not seen that.
Well, it's good. It's so good.
Wow. Huh. All right. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, sorry, tangent.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, so KitKat story, yeah, it's fun. I don't really know what else there is to it, but yeah, when we started reading about, well, what does this have to do with L&D? And it started going into the unplanned micro learning. I didn't think it would go in the direction that it did. I thought it would be like safety related, like somebody didn't take their compliance training. Maybe they needed a little more sugar, fell asleep during how to drive your truck training. I don't know. But it did go in an interesting direction. And then, of course, we have to go with Udemy in the next story. Oddly enough, I don't even remember reading that story. What happened with Udemy?
What happened with me? I read it. I'm scrolling back up to it. This was another one of those.
They previewed a new Agentic AI solution. Oh, that was the Altus one. That's why I can't remember.
Wait for it. You are not going to have to go out there. Yeah, and I said Atlas. You are not going to have to go out there and find the learning. The learning is going to find you, and it's going to find you in workflow. And now, as L&D professionals, we get to be orchestrators.
Not just architects, Mike.
No, I know. Heck, we moved along. Actually, I picked up a new prop. Using our real plunger in the house as the prop was not really the way to go. You start to see artifacts in it, and you're kind of like, maybe I should go pick up a new one. So Amazon's
you're waving it, and it's making splatter marks on your whiteboard.
So we did not want a mass extinction event to occur centralized in Gilbert, Arizona. But anyway, I think it's awesome if everybody's doing this, and I love this mapping piece, because this is one of those things that we've talked about for years. It's not that everything is in this taxonomy where you, in order to properly learn how to use Excel inside your work, you start with knowing what Excel is, and then you start doing a couple of different things, and then you work through a couple of these individual tables, and it just keeps going deeper and deeper and deeper and gets further away, disconnected from all of the other things. What this ecosystem visualization does, kind of like that ball thing that you used to like pull and it would just expand. It shows that there's this opportunity there's these jump points and there's these connections that happen. It's an it's an actual system that is not truly linear in the straight line view of linear. It's connected. And when you connect, you can accelerate. and you can actually get out there and start. Imagine this, like imagine a world where you're able to deliver content aligned with the learning style that your people like to learn with. That was a joke. You weren't paying attention. You were
Sorry, I was just instantly typing in the chat to see if anybody else was going to be there.
And it just popped up. So, Craig's giving us shit about this because he likes to give us crap about the us saying "see you tomorrow," but then continuing the show. He doesn't like. He takes it literal.
Well, so I was thinking about that when I saw the script today and when I added the new music. That's why in the lyrics I had it say, let's talk about, now let's spend some time talking about the news or whatever I had the lyrics say. But then I realized the script is still the same. And I forgot to mention to you during our chit-chat time, our warm-up segment, to ad-lib the ending and don't say the see you tomorrow part. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So
in the future, tomorrow, if you have the last tagline, just skip that "see you tomorrow" part.
All right.
And then I'll go into the disco outro, and boom, we'll be good to go.
I don't understand. You guys want me to read the script, but you don't want me to read the script.
It's okay to ad lib from time to time. Yeah,
All right. So the script is just like guide.
It's just a guide. It's more like an outline. It's more like a guideline than a rule.
Yeah. All right. That's good.
That's how it rolls. But yeah, so we've moved from architects to ecosystem orchestration. And oddly enough, the white paper I'm working on, actually the multiple white papers that are being generated, and the blog posts the LinkedIn posts I've been writing are all about this sort of ecosystem orchestration. Haven't really been referring to it that way, but that's basically where this is all heading. And as much as we like to joke about the changing of the names and what we're going to call ourselves and all that kind of stuff, quite frankly, I don't really care what we land on. But ecosystem orchestration actually is probably a little bit closer to what we will likely be doing, or a role. When I say we, it could be us if we decide we want to take that on, or if you, as an L&D professional, decide to, add value to your business instead of crying that you can't go through your whole build a course process that you've mastered so well. It's definitely a possibility. So. It'll be interesting to see how all of that stuff plays out, I think.
I think the big, at least for me, and I sound like a broken record with this stuff, but I'll be the broken record because I know there's some new folks listening. It's make a choice, decide, go out and do. When you do it, do the thing that you tell everybody else to do. Look at your feedback loops and determine, did it work or did it not? And if it did work, let's do more of it. And if it didn't work, then maybe we need to change some things up. But decide, do, learn, reflect, decide again, do, learn, reflect, and just kind of work your way through it. What's this one?
Figure it out. It's the culture debt. It's speaking of the humans. This is our human and culture segment. We talked about the culture debt, which, it's like the content debt and all the other debts that we're having to pay, apparently. We owe a lot. L&D, for some reason, took out a lot of loans.
We owe a lot. There's a... way back in the day, like long time ago, and I'm not going to sing American Pie, but back in the day, I did a podcast around this on the revenue side, specifically on building out your revenue teams. And it was all before people talked about things like go-to-market debt and GTM and all of that kind of stuff. Like, again, none of this stuff, as much as it looks and sounds new when you see it, if you break it down, it's not that it might be the first time you're experiencing it, but it's not that we broadly as a bunch of humans doing human things haven't experienced it. There are a lot of times that organizations want to bring in someone to fix some things. Like, you just want to get things fixed. Unfortunately, sometimes you got to do some demo work before you fix it. Like you don't just start building on the foundation of what's already there. You got to remove some things. You got to go back. You got to take things back to the studs, or you got to go back to zero. You got to remove the foundation and go rebuild again so that you don't run into the same problem. And I think that's one of those questions you got to ask yourself as you're building or rebuilding these things, and know that you can build really, really quickly. You can build fast.
Yeah.
Are you building on a strong foundation? If not, work backward a couple of steps and validate that you put that in place, solve for it, and then build from there. And you can use a couple of different ways to visualize this. You can start to think about Lego blocks. You start blocking things together, which is not ecosystem, because not everything, things are only connected in certain ways, shapes, or form, but the Lego block piece can work. You could also use, some learning from additive manufacturing, 3D printing. Like what would happen if you 3D printed your entire onboarding process? What would that look like? How does that start to change things? And you start to realize, oh, I don't have to do it through like CNC milling. I don't have to take this big block and chunk it all down. I can actually start adding layers to it in the right place at the right time. Again, you learn from other things. And on the ecosystem side, one of the best places to learn is go out and walk in a freaking park, or whether it's a national park or a state park, and look at that ecosystem. How does the ecosystem work together? How do the trees work with the stream, work with the land, work with all the little fuzzy critters and animals, and Murphy that had bunny ears on for today, which I cannot believe you did that to your dog, and everybody else got to see it. If you didn't see it, rewind over to the beginning and you can see the quick flash of Murphy with bunny ears on.
And listen, our groomer has this every season. They have a different little photo area. As you walk into the lobby, you can. It's got a backdrop and it has all the props. You could dress up your dog. And the girls that work there just love Murphy, and they encouraged me to take a picture of Murphy. So I humored them and let them put ears on him, and so that's a whole nother story.
So don't ever think that I'm not observing.
I was hoping that just kind of went by, that I cruised past that fast enough. All right, let me add this will be my one rant for the day, my culture debt rant. You were talking about the foundation. If you haven't built a good foundation, this is important. Shout out to the e-learning brothers letting me do a webinar. I will be talking to folks in April about that foundation. How did we build our foundation? 50 years of L&D and how we got to where we are. That's our foundation, and that foundation that we've built up is the technical debt, it's the cultural debt, and this is also why part of what I'm going to be posting about probably tomorrow, or maybe it's in today's post, I don't even remember. Is what I'm kind of the best I could come up with is a bimodal learning ecosystem. So as we go forward and as we're implementing AI and things start to change and lean, and the AI starts taking on more responsibility as the sort of navigator of the ecosystem, or creator or orchestrator of the data and the content, we will still need the LMS, because the legal and compliance will still be around. It's been around. What was the law again? AB what? What's the law or the legal thing that started all the compliance that we have to deal with?
AB 825.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the one. Then until that goes away, until all of the laws that mandate a specific amount of time and a specific reporting of, your employees, at least the ones that are left, you'll still need your LMS, and you'll still need to report out on it, because if the AI only takes 15 minutes to train you up to what it thinks is compliance, and you've proven that you have the knowledge and that that you're no longer, implementing sexual harassment. You've decided to stop because of your training. If you hadn't taken the course for an hour, you're still out of compliance. So all of this is important, and it's all part of this transition. If you don't know where we've come from, you don't really know why we're going to be going through the transition that we're currently going through and what we're going to be going through. So you can join me with the eLearning Brothers this month. Just take a look at my LinkedIn and you'll find all that info. Rant done. Complete.
All right.
Story number 4.
I feel like I'm moving to the point where I'm just ranting all the time.
You mean you took more than one opportunity to rant? Jeez, you're well over your limit.
But here's the thing: they're called micro rants.
Oh, micro rants. Yes, okay. You're allowed one big rant, Mike, and maybe 3 micro rants is what we're allowed.
We could trade. You have values associated with each rant. So we've got micro rants, we got mobile rants, we got social rants, we got all kinds of rants. Bring your rants.
Oh yeah. So banking on VR. I thought that was a good.
Hey, so Craig's got a comment in here. He's like, I guess the big question is, are we in the wild west of AI right now?
Yes. What do you think, Mike?
I think we're like prehistoric times right now with AI.
I think we're pre-Wild West.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
We're medieval times, perhaps.
This is back before. Weren't we talking about this a couple of days ago? How roads started getting created.
Paving the cow paths.
Paving the cow paths. We're not. The cows are not pathing yet. The cows are just starting to. They're just starting to path. That's how early I think we really are.
Yeah, we're still the Vikings raiding folks and just being a little bit chaotic.
Yeah, it actually depends on which town you go to too. Like sometimes you go to a town and they're like, AI, yeah, I know Allen Iverson. That was a joke.
Oh, I was trying to think of I tried to catch up to you. Sorry, Mike.
Allen Iverson. Yeah.
Yeah. I got it now.
Not that AI, right? Like there's some people that's their experience and that's their exposure. And then there's other people who are kind of deep in the thick of it. And they're like, I'm so far behind. I don't know how I'm going to catch up. There's so much stuff that I need to do. I just got to go. I got to go. And, at some point you got to do that whole thing that your dog does. Like when something changes and it does the whole algorithm reset. Yeah. It just shakes it all off and then kind of comes back. And then now it's back to, and everything's good. Like it was just a reset of the algorithm. Shake it off, reset your algorithm. Enter your, who is it? Taylor Swift? Channel your inner Taylor Swift.
Oh, geez. No, we say this all the time here, though. Just relax, folks. That's why we're here. You can just come hang out with us and just have a good time. You're here to you can soak it in. You can learn a lot. You get a little bit of a learning curve. You can see what's new, what's happening. You know enough to be able to have a conversation with folks that you work with, around the water cooler. But don't stress out. This stuff all takes time. Every industry is going to go at a different pace. Every business within each industry is going to go at a different pace. It is it's what the pre-Wild West looks like. And we've been here before. This is a little different. It's got some nuances to it, but not so much. The human culture side of it is emotional.
Yesterday morning after the show, Jen and I went up and swam laps. I got 500 meters in. The pool's a meter pool, not a yard pool. So I got 500 meters in over a period of time where if I shared it with some other people, my family, they just laugh. I am not a swimmer. And this is the first time that we've done it in a while, but there is something amazing to just moving through the water, not connected to anything. Like I didn't have headphones in. All I had were my thoughts, my own space, moving through water, and just kind of trying to figure it out. Sometimes there's something freeing to going and doing that kind of stuff, whatever that is, whether it's, walking or riding or, swinging some golf clubs or whatever it is. But that place to completely disconnect from everything was freaking amazing. And now I'm going to make that a habit and see if we can get up there every Tuesday and Thursday morning to go and do that after the show. So anyhow, get out there and you do those things where you completely disconnect. You'd be shocked at how much of a reset it creates for your brain.
Everybody needs a good brain reset. Just like finance needs virtual reality. Banking compliance is going full Ready Player One.
This is the one. This was the story where I went back to like 16, 13, 14-year-old, 15-year-old humor. I was like, imagine if this meets the AB 1825 stuff. Like what? So that's where I went. I know it was compliance and money. I went with the touching side of things.
Well, we call that haptic feedback, Mike. You don't have to go. We have adult terms for it now.
Awesome. I couldn't even say the adult terms. I was like haptic. I remember us going and seeing Ready Player One when we were out there at Learning Solutions that year, and that was just a horrible.
It was the worst. It was the worst. If you've ever been to a 4D movie experience, I'd like to know in the comments if you'll ever go again, if you really enjoyed it. I left being bruised and beaten and just did not enjoy the movie at all. Maybe my chair was defective. I don't know, but all I can say is if training gets physical, I think you're going to see fights break out in the training rooms. In the photorealistic VR. So it will be interesting though. I mean, so if you think about it, so let's be creative here. What does sexual harassment look like if you're wearing a full bodysuit that is fully haptic and you've got glasses on that put you in a totally photorealistic environment, and maybe you get to, as a guy, maybe what the simulation is what it's like to be inappropriately touched by your coworkers. I don't know.
I'm already starting to get PTSD.
Sorry, did I cross the line? Did I shock you that badly? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, but seriously, I mean, what we try to tell people is you need to be empathetic, right? We say it in text and we say it in pictures and we say, how would you feel if blah, 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 and this is what it feels like to be, harassed by a coworker and blah, blah, blah. And, what, like everything else, what if we could make that empathetic experience more real? And virtual reality, haptic feedback, and all the tech that offers that, it is available and it's useful. I mean, we laugh about it, we kind of joke about it, but it's real and it can be done. It doesn't have to be taken to extremes, but I know when back when Second Life was big, right, and became a big thing, and we all got into it from a training perspective and saw all the possibilities and all that kind of stuff, there actually were a lot of liberal arts colleges and whatnot doing tests and actually doing full research on helping people understand what it's like to be a different race, because you could put on a different skin and you could walk around different Second Life environments as somebody else and be interacted with differently, and it was, there was all sorts of research done on it. I don't know where it is off the top of my head, but I know it's out there. And so, from an empathetic perspective, this isn't really any different than that. It's just haptic. You can just get a little bit more, you can get some physical feedback is all I'm saying.
Yeah. There's a, again, and this kind of gets into some of those things. It's like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And also just because you should doesn't mean you can. Like they're both sides of that whole thing. And you kind of have to ask yourself these foundational questions. What am I trying to accomplish? What's getting in the way of me accomplishing that? Or the people who I need to accomplish it? How can I remove those obstacles? How can I create obstacles to potentially avoid some of the other things? Like there's just I think too often we look for the quick fix, or we look for the shortcut, or we look for the thing that is just going to end all things. Like this is the greatest thing in the absolute world. Bro, if you are not using VR today, you are behind. Like we could get virtual reality VR glasses out to everybody. Like imagine that. Imagine your entire place. We feel like we're all still in the same room. We could go over there, give virtual high fives to each other. It'll be just like I'm sitting next to Brent in my VR glasses. And then what ends up happening is you take them into that executive, you put the VR headset on the executive. It's the first time they've worn it. It doesn't fit properly. It weighs differently. And they're like, I have the most bitching freaking headache that I've ever had in my entire life. Oh, wait a second. I need glasses that are going to support me wearing my actual glasses. Oh, wait, my eyes are different width apart from each other than the other ones. And someone didn't show me exactly how to put this thing on. Well, now the technology doesn't work. It's not the technology that didn't work. It's the implementer. Anyway.
Yeah.
Another rant. Was that considered a micro rant or a macro rant?
That was a micro, but that was a good one though.
Okay,
that was a good one. Have you seen, so I'm surprised this story hasn't come up yet, and maybe it's bogus and maybe it was a pre-April Fool's joke, but it came out a couple days ago. But there's a new company has created a tech that actually creates the holographic image. You're standing in a space and you can change the space and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting. I haven't dug much deeper into it. It could just be totally a fake thing, but they had a fancy word for it and everything. They made it sound legit.
Well, do you remember when Cisco telepresence was going to completely change the way people meet?
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in Silicon Valley, and if you've not watched Silicon Valley in some time, it's worth just going back and rewatching that series, because you'll see a lot of what's happening today in there, and you'll laugh at it. At least I hope you do. The first time I tried to watch that, I was so deep into an earlier stage company, and not even that early of a stage company, but so deep in some of that stuff where product was now leading the team. I couldn't make it through the first episode. Like I literally would just stopped watching. It was giving me the shakes, and then I finally
it was too real.
Oh, it was so real. Like it was. They were literally. It was. When people joke about Scott Adams and Dilbert and how it's so funny because it's like he's in the office with you. It was like they were in the office. The script writers were just observing what we were doing inside that business
on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, it was awesome. And it's funny looking back. It wasn't funny when you're in it. Like when you're in the real thing, it just isn't funny. It's painful. You're like, how does everybody else not see? Like the rest of the world is laughing at this. We're living at it. How does everybody not see it? Go watch Silicon Valley. But there's a when they do the hologram tube of the Hooli guy is absolutely hilarious, and it just because it keeps glitching and breaking up and doing all of those things that happens with tech when you get new tech out there. So I guess there's a balance as you go through it. Midwest M&A mania.
I think I forgot to fast forward the slide on that one. This was our last story in our AI on our authoring tools. Basically, it's just talking about the mergers and acquisitions market. I mean, everybody has known this was coming. Well, at least owners of businesses and those folks that are connected to that world have heard about and have known these deals were in the works last 6 months of last year. Tons of these deals are closing, companies buying companies, big companies gobbling up a bunch of companies for pennies on the dollar to make one big company to try to figure out how to make money, because all of the 2,500 LMS companies can't possibly continue to exist in the coming years. So there's lots of M&A going on. And, if you join us, hang out in the chat. If you know of one that we haven't covered, you can tell us about it in the chat and maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe it's your M&A. Maybe your business is being purchased, or you'd like to purchase another business, or you're going to, or you just did and you want to promote the hell out of it. Let us know. We'll hang out. What about the cutting room floor? We've got a few minutes. We can run through some cutting room floor stories.
Yep, I got it up.
See what they missed. The ILO report. Never heard of it. 30% of global jobs exposed to Gen AI, highlighting white-collar bypass risk.
Is that like the heart thing? Degree trends. Skill frameworks are getting sharper. Content libraries are becoming ingredients for AI, not destinations.
CHRO skills gap. 40% of CHROs say the biggest obstacle to AI is insufficient knowledge within HR teams.
YouTube ad shifts. YouTube expands longer, unskippable ads, impacting how creators and internal trainers use the platform.
AI maturity curve. Synthesia report shows L&D teams moving from individual tools to full stack AI architecture.
Return to office. Only 19% of employees are happy with full-time office expectations, complicating hybrid learning.
That's an interesting one, eh? Biotech breakthrough. Scientists grow lab-grown hair follicles. The ultimate visual aid for stress management training.
Agentic Gemini. Google's AI now automates task execution like booking transport. Huge implications for performance support.
Cybercrime evolution. Criminals deploying AI for fraud, forcing L&D to rapidly update information security curriculums.
And capability dashboard. Shift from tracking completions to skill readiness is the primary metric for L&D.
Let's go to Wendy. We haven't heard from Wendy yet. I know she's in the chat. Maybe she already had to take off, but which of those 10 stories, Wendy, jumped out at you? Or your husband, if he's listening with you this morning over breakfast. She might be gone, and there's probably a delay in the comments section.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm watching the delay on LinkedIn. The delay is literally like we're still talking about banking and compliance, VR, and haptic feedback in that feed right now. Like that's still the content that's over there, which is kind of crazy. Like we didn't even update to the Midwest M&A mania tech consolidation screen yet. Yeah, just tough delay. We got Wendy. What'd you say?
Oh, hey, Wendy. She's
nope. Time change. He's at work.
Oh, good for him. Glad somebody's working.
What was the second one again? The second one was
degree trends. You go.
Skill frameworks are getting sharper. Content libraries are becoming ingredients for AI, not destination.
Was that the one you were thinking of?
We got to look into some technology that makes this happen real time, and how much it costs. Like, what'd you guys use before? You used Crowdcast.
We used Crowdcast. Crowdcast was great.
Real time.
Yeah, totally real time. Yep.
How much? What's the licensing?
Well, it has issues of its own, but I don't remember exactly what it is. It's $50 a month, something like that.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So Wendy says that's the one. That's the talk all around. When did
People are still talking about Degreed, though? Oh, or is it the content library conversation where you're hearing all the talk? Because it becoming ingredients for AI, yes. I think, but everything is become. And okay, I'm gonna throw my card up and say my privilege card and grant myself another rant. This is where my LinkedIn posts have been going lately. Everything is content. When people say we're not, content isn't learning anymore, we've got the content debt, all of that kind of stuff, the content libraries, blah, blah, blah. Yes, the course content libraries, but everything is about content. It's just all the content on the front end of the process, not what we push out on the back end of the ADDIE model and the processes that we do. So for example, all of your Teams meetings are being recorded. That's data. That's information that the AI is consuming. Your entire email inbox and all of the conversations that you have there being consumed by the AI. That is part of it. All of your chats, in your Teams chats, in your Zooms, your Slacks, everything. It's all being recorded. It's all digital content. It's all being consumed by the AI. The AI knows and is learning everything about you, about your business, about the customers, about your suppliers, everything. It is your single SME, your one SME, and your employees can go directly to that SME. Us, L&D, as the middleman, sticks around during the transition long enough to manage the LMS until law and legal stuff catches up. But other than that, the future is one big, giant AI corporate brain. I yield back to the floor.
All right. So I agree. It's all being put together. I think one of the biggest obstacles that people who've been in the learning and development space for a while and have been either jaded or roughened up as a result, and have moved from their original driver for moving into this space. And if you think about the original driver for people moving in this space, whether they're on the learning and training side, the HR side, or the library side. And I've been fortunate enough to work with all three of those. And you are all the same. Even though you don't think you're the same, you're all the same. Like, yeah, you could go to a SHRM conference, a ATD conference, and a Special Libraries Association conference. And if I mixed and matched all of you up, you would not know the difference. You might not see Mary, who you see every year, because Mary was teleported to one of the other conferences, and she just happens to see somebody else, and she doesn't see you, Kevin, who she's known for years, but you're all the same. your language starts to change a little bit. And when I say you're all the same, the patterns are the same, meaning there's a group of you who really like to go to every booth and pick up every one of those tchotchke things that you can pick up and stuff your bag with them. I don't understand it. I don't get it. You be you. But if you think about why you originally got into the field, you either got into the field because you were put out to pasture, or you got into the field because, thanks for the look, you got into the field because you were like, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to change things. This time it's going to be different. We're going to be better. We're going to help all the people do all the people things. And then over time, you got so frustrated with it. Your rosy colored glasses started to turn into a darker tint. They weren't clear. It was just a darker tint with more fog on it. And you were like, ugh. You know what? Now I'm just going to tell people this is how you do it. Like we're going to use this LMS and you're going to have to go through and do it this way. And if you want to get to this course, you got to go through here and you got to do the pre-work and you got to do all of those things. And you started to become the obstacle that you wanted to eliminate. And I forget the specific quote from Batman, in The Dark Knight, but it's you either become the hero or live long enough to see yourself turn into the villain.
Yeah.
People, take a look in the mirror.
Shazam. We're well over our time.
Was that too many micro rants today?
It's okay, but they're good ones though. And I was glad. I hope we covered enough of that for you. Wendy did have a question. How do we get people to want to learn about AI and not be all about only learn for what I put in the LMS?
It's make it about them. Like it's the basic stuff. Like what do they want to learn? Like what are they struggling with at home? Are you struggling with
it's context, right? And need, and if it's applicable to what they're currently doing and struggling with, I think they will naturally want to learn. If they see others being more successful because they know AI, that will motivate. Everybody's got different motivators for doing things. And it's one thing I've learned over the years is it's hard to get people to do anything. You could force them, right? It's what compliance is all about. Or you can figure out what their needs are and just make sure that their needs are met, what they want. And if what they want isn't aligned with the company, well, then maybe that's a problem. But that's a different problem than what you're trying to do. I don't know. I mean, Wendy says that's the question in general, more for L&D and HR rather than the how. Yeah.
Take a look at COMB, COM-B. Just do a search for COMB, and it's research out of the UK on behavior change, and you'll find some kind of interesting stuff there too that might help with this. And
was it COMB? COMB?
COMB. COM-B. And just do COM-B, research UK, behavior change. You will find some pretty interesting thing. It's not comb.com though. I have no idea what that one is. But
don't go there.
Just do it. You don't know what you're going to find. It might be haptic, or haptic. But maybe we could talk about that tomorrow, because we will be here tomorrow. We will be here on Thursday. We do this every Monday through Thursday morning, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. There was a vision of this where we said we're going to limit it to 30 minutes.
At one point.
To 65 minutes today. So here we are.
But it's a good time. Just I don't know what my outro music is, but
well, in the absence of outro music, if you want to join the conversation, join us in Slack, engage with folks like the ones that are in the chat today, head to livewithbrentmike.com. Just sign up, give us your email address. We'll send you the invitation. We'll get you into the Slack channel. And the Slack channel is where all of this persists. It's where people get to share. It's where we get to learn from each other and continue to figure out, hey, how are we going to help people move forward? How are we going to help people lead as we go through this? How are we going to be leaders as we go through this? Brent,
it is a crazy transition, and we're here for you, people. Let's have fun. Adios, Mike. We'll see you tomorrow.
Later.